Okay, today we are playing a game on Rialto. We are in the Masters SR range, and we will be playing Reinhardt the entire way through. And there's nothing else to say, so let us start the game. So, it has taken us a very long time to get to this video. It has been in the queue for about 2 weeks now. I apologize for being dreadfully inconsistent lately. I am very, very sorry. Hopefully, one day, we'll get back to that glowing 100% accuracy rate. So, Anna did get us as we were taking our shield down, didn't she? It was, I believe, more unfortunate than anything else. No, we must go further back. Yes, basically, as soon as we take the shield down for a microsecond, we get got. You know. Unfortunate. Life is difficult like this sometimes, where you happen to take your shield down because you're going to reposition, and right as you do that, you get got. If only we knew. If only we knew Reinhardt was going to do that. Because, we were tragically close to being able to get this guy, but tragically, no, not to be. Cannot pivot nearly hard enough to get him at that point. So, oh, he still got walled off. Excellent job, May. We still got him in the end. And tremendous. We didn't have to do shit, and we're still going to win the fight. And that's really all you can ask for. I do respect Anna for that maneuver greatly. She goes, fuck it. You know, I might get out, I'm not that far away, but why even take the chance, brother? Just flings herself into the water. Genji I have a much dimmer opinion of as a person and think he did it by accident. That's just me. I'm a little bit racist like that. But, you know, it's okay, because Genji is a race that we have no respect for, I think, as a collective unit, as an entirety of the species, right? What the fuck are we gonna do with this, Anna? There's just nothing to be done with this one. We shouldn't have even gone out to try anything. We're just, like, blatantly in no position to do anything with that nano boost. That has to have been a mistake, right? Like, that has to have been just she fat-fingered Q. Because, like, nothing was even slightly happening. Alright, can we get somebody with the fire strike? No, tragically not. You know, this is the sad thing about playing Reinhardt with Baptiste. Baptiste is going to use Amplification Matrix, and you're going to use Fire Strike, obviously, and you have big dreams of killing 3 people with it. But what happens usually? Fucking no one dies, and you're just very upset about the lost potential. So, oh, there Ryan just used Earth Shatter, correct? Yes, he just used it. Tragically, Riptire, Dragon Blade, and we're also purple. You know, like, life is difficult like that sometimes as well, or like, really, what are you gonna do about that one? You know, what do you do about that one? You get got. Sometimes the enemy team comes at you, and you know what they all do? They all collectively push Q. And what happens when, like, 3 or 4 men push Q on you? You hope you have 3 or 4 men that can push Q back on them also. Well, if you're the defending team, you don't usually need that many people to push Q back at them, because usually, like, the defenders have this a little easier, where they usually only need to kill, like, 1 or 2-ish people, and that kind of kills the momentum on a push for the most part, so it's not usually that extreme, but, you know, you gotta push Q back on them, basically. Wow, Zarya, no fear at all, just fucking immediate. Oh, wait, no, did she get booped in? Like, that's a very decisive Sudoku right there, if it was. Or did she get booped in by the concussive mime? I apologize, I want to know. YouTube, at some point, might actually go back. No, she did that. It's just Junkrat got the kill credit for it. That's very decisive Sudoku. I have great respect for that. Like, fucking wall, man. Right off the bridge I go. So, we're pretty far up right now. This is very scary to me because we are extremely close to their spawn. But we are backing right up now. I don't like being on that side of the bridge. Just because if bad thing happen, have to go all... Oh. Well, how sad for him. Have to go all the way back across bridge again to get to safety. Don't like that. Junkrat, what are you doing, brother? Alright, I was a little bit afraid we were going to die. Hello, it's my son. I was a little bit afraid we were going to die to his passive, but we did not, so that's good. I'm sorry. The bumping of the microphone will have sounded very bad. So I do not have much to say as of present. Oh, it worked! Oh, I wasn't expecting it to. Goodbye, my son. That was a very short journey, or a short visit, wasn't it? It was a very quick journey. Sorry, go back. So, he does have to worry about the May. The problem is, though, that the May is kind of still in the same direction we're on. So, this is mostly luck that we got him on this one, to be honest with you. I would have rather waited for a better situation, because, like, by all accounts, what I expected him to do was hold his shield up and keep backing away from the May, not suddenly take it down in front of him. So I would have preferred to wait until, like, he turned more deliberately towards the May, or May's, like, definitely going to freeze him. Especially since they have a Zarya, they have, like, more leeway in that kind of situation, because Zarya can cover the Reinhardt, so I would describe that Earth Shatter as being quite lucky that we got away with it, to be honest. But simultaneously, brother, don't get punished, don't have to learn. We did get that Reinhardt with that Earth Shatter. And that's the important thing, isn't it? So we have been doing bad shields. Like, we are in scary situation right now, but... like... basically, I'm, like, the lamps up right now. So, like, we still, like... and then we put our shield back up again after we get out of that, when it's still at, like, 2 health right now. It is a very scary situation we ended up in, and we probably were trying to keep the lamp alive with the shield. To be honest with you, I would rather let lamp die so I can preserve shield, because I am concerned of Reinhardt using Earth Shatter on me. Because when you do bad shield as Reinhardt, it is very easy for enemy Reinhardt to Earth Shatter you, so I would rather let lamp die, to be honest with you. Because, I mean, when you're in the Graviton, like, the lamp doesn't save you anyway, like 9 times out of 10, it kind of doesn't last long enough. So, anyway, they're walled off right now. Okay, alright, yep, this all works, didn't have to use Earth Shatter. Tire did happen. Oh, his tire got our tire. How tragic. How tragic is that? This is a very brave maneuver to go up this extremely narrow point to try and get to their Junkrat, who is not up here alone, either. Granted, we are, like, winning the fight at this point, but... and then we just, like, don't respect the fact Junkrat's still behind us, but I mean, Junkrat's, like, massively, like, overstayed his welcome simultaneously. But we did take a big bunch of damage from that boy. So, this is actually, like, a bait maneuver that is somewhat common to, like, do. You see, like, he turns around so incredibly deliberately that this was an obvious attempt to try and bait us. Which conveniently, like, didn't fully work, but then they had Nano Blade, so that's nice. That is a bait maneuver you can try as Reinhardt, where you show the enemy Reinhardt your back and then turn around quickly. Easier to do still if there is a Zarya, because she bubble you, and you turn around, and the enemy Reinhardt is just like, oh, they're turning around, but you've still got bubble on you, so you don't fall over, and she'll block anyway. Be careful of that, you know, it is a bait you can go for. At this point, like, to be honest, I didn't have much dream of winning that fight, but... you know, we maybe won the game if we did somehow win the fight, so I guess there's that, but I wasn't really big on going back out there to contest that point again to begin with, but I know I do as a person have a tendency to give up too easily in that kind of situation, so, you know. We ended up being very purple. Yeah, we're just, like, trying to run up and swing. Like, when there's an Ana, like, you have to be real careful, because if you are purple as Reinhardt, you're pretty fucking dead. Like, it's a very bad situation to be purple as Reinhardt. So you gotta be, like, aware of, like, the Anna's grenade pretty closely when you start going in to swing at people, because if she just throws it down at you, which she should, and you're swinging into the enemy team, and they suddenly see you're purple, they're like, alright, brother, let's fucking get this Reinhardt, let's fucking get that boy. And she can also sleep you as well, which is not as bad as being purple, to be honest with you, but is still bad. Very tragic that we have not actually, like, been able to regroup and actually use our multiple ultimates on this team fight right here, isn't it? Us getting purpled and killed right outside the gate pretty much led into that, because we, like, just never really got to try again after that, even though we had a couple of ultimates to use at the end. Oh, this is... oh, daddy. Oh, no. Poor daddy Zarya. Yeah. We got pinned. Wait, we pinned Zarya, so, like, that's understandable. You know, like... You definitely want to use the pin here, obviously. It's just that then... We chase after him a little far, and he's able to get us before we quickly regroup around the corner. Like, we chase him too far by, like, a foot, to be honest. Like, we just kind of didn't react in time to, like, take shield down, hop around corners. Zarya didn't bubble us, anything like that. Like, to be honest with you, I died the exact same death, because you're, like, you obviously want to try and keep pressing the advantage after that, and then he's like, well... He can't countercharge me anymore, right? So, you know, sometimes you end up in these situations where unless you're clairvoyant, you're kind of going to end up dying like that. So, why did we take big damage? We have already taken big damage. Go further back. I know, I'm sorry. I apologize. I go off into these long, incoherent conversations with myself and don't pay attention. And we just kind of, like, took a big burst of damage very suddenly. Then walk into Fire Strike. Like, we did peek back around the other side of the payload again. Boy, that Zarya, this is the most telegraphed maneuver I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, there's no way Ryan ever moves like this unless he's trying to pin. So, like, we gotta be ready to countercharge or try and pin him first, because, like, there's nothing else he could possibly have been planning from that movement, and we just totally fell for it. And, like, he was trying to get Mei. He got us instead, and we just kind of, like, let that happen, basically. It was a really telegraphed maneuver. There's no way he'd ever move like that otherwise. So he did use his Earth Shatter during that fight, so we kind of don't have to worry about that. Got grabbed and Molten Cord, but, you know, we had Sound Barrier, so we get back out with our lives. That's nice. Very funny that this lava is in the middle of the blizzard, to be honest with you. So they're starting to back up pretty much. Oh god, big purple. Oh god, please. Oh, I don't like being that far moving forward still when purple with like 60 health. That's very, very scary. What were we trying to do here? Charge the turret? Why? Why? Maybe we thought the turret was someone else? No, don't charge turret. Don't charge turret. We were still, like, you know, it was scary health. Oh, we got him. Alright, amazing. Fuck you, Lucio. So, payload is pushing behind us. Graviton is happening. Yep, didn't have to do anything extra there. That's pretty much, Zarya took care of all that for us. Oh, Mei. Didn't quite get him. Very sad. So, we have not had to do anything during this entire checkpoint, which is fantastic news as far as I'm concerned. The less I have to do in any given video game, the happier I am, to be honest with you, you know. We should all be so lucky to get carried through every game, to be honest. So, there Reinhardt's dead. Sick, because he is, of course, very close to having Earth Shatter at this point. Both Genjis using Dragon Blade. Ours went a little bit better. We are up to no good, and we just got barriered. We are, like, very blatantly up to no good. They don't have a lot of choice in the matter, though. This is true, because, like, they know we've done this, but simultaneously, they have to go touch the objective, so they don't get a lot of choice in the matter. We just, like, got Zarya'd, you know. We knew Zarya was still alive, so it's not like we couldn't have seen that coming. To be honest with you, I'm more scared of Zarya blocking Earthshatter than anybody else in this game at this point. I think I have had more Zaryas block my Earthshatter than Reinhardt's block my Earthshatter. Because Reinhardt players, let's be honest, we're not very smart people. You know, we tend to let the Earthshatter pass a lot. Zarya players are slightly smarter than us. So I find Zarya is usually more likely to cockblock you than Reinhardt, but that's my personal experience. Yours might differ greatly, and yours probably does differ quite greatly from that. We blocked his Earthshatter. Fantastic news. We can see Genji is extremely nearly dead, but tragically we can't do anything about that, being as we are playing Reinhardt. Shield did get very close to breaking. Yes, excellent. That's pretty much like, that's a very big social faux pas when you're playing Reinhardt, to charge past the enemy Reinhardt in a confined location. Very easy to turn around and get the pin on the person. So, I admit I was talking to myself again and forgot to look at what was happening in the game. We got slept by the Ana who was off screen. We should have foreseen that Ana was going to chuck the grenade in at that point and, like, started trying to block that when we got up. Because, I mean, as established earlier, Ana would very much like to make us purple. And given that we just got slept by her, that's probably fairly high on her list of priorities. Oh, So we're purple again. We did take our shield down to swing, and that's why she got the purple in, correct? She didn't just, like, run in like an absolute god, did she? No, we took it down to swing. We gotta be, like, there's an Ana, you know, this keeps happening to us, where we, like, swing, and then are, basically immediately made purple as soon as the shield goes down. Ana's this way. Bio Grenade, very scary ability. Reinhardt, very big, easy to hit target. Very important target also, so be very careful when take shield down in front of Ana, is the moral of the story. Right now we're worrying about Nano Blade, so that's why we took that one down right there. That's fair enough. We have our Shatter, but half our team is dead, so we should just be trying to skedaddle. We decided to turn in charge quite late there. That fight was fairly obviously over quite early on, and yet we overstayed our welcome a bit. There is no reason to have our shield up right now. We are just wasting some of its health. And I mean, not exactly a massive deal, given what was happening, but sometimes does matter. And that's the important thing. Sometimes it does matter. So we have Earthshatter, so does he. He's built that up again fairly quickly, to be honest. Yep, This strikes me as just kind of like being a bit of a frustrated maneuver. I'm just gonna run in. We know they're all there, basically. And yet we still just run in, swinging at the Reinhardt. Like, I'm prepared to say that we were probably a little surprised he had Earthshatter, because he had built that up again quite quickly, all things considered, but like, we still knew his whole team was stood there right behind him, and we're still gonna run in swinging at him when they're all there looking at us, and can't really be looking at anyone else from that position. It's a recipe for getting clapped very suddenly. So we have successfully clapped their Ana, and nobody else, but to be honest with you, that's sometimes good enough if you get their main healer. We then did not countercharge the enemy Reinhardt and got pinned. Thereby killing off some of our momentum almost immediately. Wow, he really kept coming when he was that low, huh? We're very antsy, you know? Do a lot of just kind of like running in, swinging. When there's people around still and we're like not particularly healthy, or there's just like a lot of them there. We have a tendency to start swinging at inopportune moments. Is what I'm noticing basically with this game. So, Neither team has Reinhardt as Earth Shatter. Both team has Reinhardt. No Reinhardt has Earth Shatter though. He did get a pin a minute ago though, so we should know that he has the advantage over us, but we have the advantage in this fight right now. So, hey, if we just kill him, we don't have to worry about Earth Shatter, brother. You know, that's the most direct way to deal with the situation. Fairly low chance of working charge. I would have rather just stayed on the payload and kept swinging if they got close, because when you got charged that far after somebody like Genji, you know, it's probably not going to work. So how often do you see this happen on Rialto, where you're going to end up actually playing 4 rounds on it? Doesn't happen for me particularly often, because every checkpoint on Rialto's kind of a fuck, you know? It's kind of a fuck. Are we going to, like... We're not going at, like, full speed right now, are we? This suddenly feels quite slow. We got, pinned by Reinhardt, did not countercharge again. Oh no, we are now caught with bad shield, which is very inopportune, obviously. This is, like, also quite telegraphed that he's going to go for this, because he keeps going, right? Like, if you plan to just keep swinging, he could have stayed here and done that and been safer. But he keeps going that way, which implies he's planning to try and pin us against the wall so he doesn't have to go far away from his team, right? So, should have been ready for that one. Getting countercharging him right there wouldn't exactly be, like, great position for us either, but is better than getting pinned and taking this big chunk of damage. Like there, Reinhardt has telegraphed a few charges here that we should have been more ready for than we were. We've been caught with our pants down twice now, in this situation, which is twice more than we should have let happen. Because they were pretty fucking obvious charges. The May one is the one that we got him that time. Nice. The May one was the one that really bothered me. Like, the Reinhardt just did the biggest pivot of his life, and we still got pinned by him. So, things could be going better right now. This is, I would describe as a fairly common Rialto situation as well, where, yeah, they are in overtime and then manage to push, like, the entirety of the second checkpoint. Because it kind of be like that sometimes. Rip tire. Yes. Our whole team's dead, basically. Let's try and skedaddle so that we don't have to die, at least. And Moira got out as well. Great job, Moira. So, not looking good. I'm not feeling anywhere near as optimistic about this game as I was previously. You know... Overtime is this way, though. You know, if my team played as well if my team always played as well as they do during overtime, I would never lose a single game, brother. So, big purple. Like, that's kind of fair enough. I would say the Fire Strike after the Earth Shatter, when we're in the Graviton, is greedy. But simultaneously, I would have done the same thing. I got made purple the exact same way. But the Fire Strike right there after the Earth Shatter when we're in the Graviton is greedy. Because, like, we're not gonna get to capitalize on that Fire Strike Earth Shatter. So it just kind of leaves us open when really, if you're using Earth Shatter when you're in the Graviton, it's purely planned as a defensive maneuver. So, Earth Shatter immediately holds shield up is the more, like, consistent defensive maneuver to go for. So, here come the bad men. Well, we're the bad men now. They are waiting for us already, though. They're also the bad men, though, because they're red. And we're blue. They are ready to give up a whole lot of ground right now, which is fantastic news for us. Their Genji did just die. I agree. Nerf this. Too easy. No, it is nerf this. Yes, the bitrate just kind of went to fuck on the video there. Too easy. So easy. 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 Genji main, by the way. Nice. Everybody is in agreement that it was, in fact, too easy. Who the... It doesn't matter, brother. Genji main, by the way. It was easy. Man, they're just kind of letting us, like, walk pretty far in right now. fuck you talking to? Well, you, obviously. Clearly. Man, we haven't had to do a whole lot right now, have we? They're just kind of letting us do this. That's fantastic. That was extremely greedy. Again, we are that low, and we continue going forward, swinging. Very greedy. Deserved to die for it. Like, no gain, no potential gain. Just, like, only potential loss, and loss was felt. So, now, we got the whole first checkpoint free, which is great, but we still have to do, like, the whole second half of this map, which is very scary still. Oh god, yeah, like, again, running at them, swinging like this, right? Come on, YouTube. Running at them, swinging like that, no potential gain, only potential loss. Right, because they're all the fuck way over there. Like, no potential gain, only the potential of getting fucked. And I get it, Zarya bubbled us, so we were trying to, like, take some damage on the shield and all that, but, like, we just, like, kept going, right? We did manage to pin them right there, so, in the dragon. Fantastic. They're fucking dead now. Someone's back there on the point. Who is it? It's Lucio. Of course it is. Yeah, get that bitch out of here. Get in the fucking river. So, we're most of the way there now. Things are starting to look a little bit better. Oh god, we were gonna try and be up to no good again, and I was very concerned about it, but it's okay. Nothing bad happened. Again, oh god, here we go again. Yeah. You know. We do walk into this. I would prefer to just write Zarya off as dead. We could have gotten out of that, but we kind of walked into the Graviton after it landed. I'm prepared to scrub Zarya off. That's acceptable losses for me. To be honest with you, though, simultaneously, they pushed Q a lot right there. Good heavens. Yeah, Like, I've not actually watched anything about the coronavirus, to be honest with you, but hey, here it all is. There it all is. I don't know where, like, I have zero interest in automobiles of any description, so I don't know, man. Don't know what the fuck are you up to today, YouTube? Like, I'm guessing there's like fucking everybody's watching coronavirus. Get them in there. Get those fucking boys in there right now. I could not. I've never watched anything about it, but it's just shoved in like fucking 9 videos. Also, hey, would you like a Tesla? Do I look like I can afford a fucking Tesla, brother? No, I can't. And like, this is all fucked. None of this is correct. Terrible job, algorithm. Terrible job. So yeah, be careful when you start swinging, is the moral of that story, especially when there's an Anna. Both her cooldowns can really fuck you if you start swinging at a bad time. Also, like, watch those Reinhardts move. Like, if they do a big pivot, they're up to something. It's either Earth Shatter or it's Charge. It's like one of those two things. Can't be anything else. Reinhardts only have 2 settings, Earth Shatter and Charge. That's it. So, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation, or just shitpost with us. I've started streaming on Twitch Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 p.m. EST till 11 EST. There's a link to the channel in the description, and if you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future, and I hope you found the video helpful.